Here we go. Okay, so this is our videoed tutoring session.
All right.
Okay, don't be nervous, don't be scared. We're gonna go through stuff like normal, just maybe a little bit shortened because our video needs to be 20 minutes long.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with doing some phonics activities. All right, the first thing we're gonna do, it's been a while since we've done one of these. We're going to do some word work here. All right, so say the word center.
Center.
Okay, now say center, but instead of t, say d.
Cinder.
Good. Say laser.
Laser.
Now instead of z, say t.
Later.
Good. Say flicker.
Flicker.
Good. Now say flicker, but instead of k, say p.
Flipper.
Good. Say sofa.
Sofa.
Say sofa, but instead of f, say d.
Soda.
Good. Say stunning.
Stunning.
Say that one more time.
Stunning.
Good. Now say stunning, but instead of say f.
Stuffing.
Good. Say clover.
Clover.
Say clover, but instead of v, say s.
Closer.
Good. Say washer.
Washer.
Now say washer, but instead of sh, say t.
Water.
Good. Say speeder.
Speeder.
Now say speeder, but instead of d, say k.
Speaker.
Good. Say quicker.
Quicker.
Now say quicker, but instead of k, say t.
Quitter.
Good. Say meeting.
Meeting.
Now say meeting, but instead of t, say n.
Meeting.
Good. You've gotten a lot better at those. All right. It's been a while since we've done our dice. Remember, this one is your first part of your word. So you're going to roll it and see what you come up with.
S-H.
Okay.
All right.
Here is your middle part.
I-O.
No.
Or O-I?
Yeah, O-I. Yeah, keep them in order. There you go. And here's your last part of your word.
S.
And what does that word spell?
Choice.
Choice. Very good. All right, go do it again. T-H. It's okay. And T-H-O-I-R.
Foyer.
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 Okay, what does your O-I sound make?
Oi.
Oi. So is it foyer?
Yes. Foyer.
Okay.
Soy. And then there's just an R.
Okay, just checking. Making sure you know.
The foyer.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do it one more time. You did TH last time. Do another one. Okay, go with it again. SH. What's that one?
A-Y.
Good. M.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Okay, what does this sound make?
H-A-M.
Okay.
Shame.
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 Now, how would you spell shame?
S-H-A-M-E.
Good. All right. But you know that this makes all those same sounds. Okay, very good. Here, just put those over to the side on your desk. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, so you had different phonics there. Now we're going to work with decoding a couple words based on their syllables. So look at these 4 words here. And these are all multisyllabic words. And we've gone over that multisyllabic. Okay, do you remember what that means? What does multi mean?
More than one.
Okay, and syllabic just refers to?
Something else.
What else?
Syllables?
Syllables, yeah, so more than one syllable. Okay, so what is this word here?
Escape.
What is this word?
Entertain.
Good.
Vitality. Vitality.
Vitality. Okay.
Inventory.
Okay. So how many syllables are in the word escape?
2.
What are those syllables?
Escape.
Good. Okay. How many syllables are in entertain?
3.
What are they?
Entertain.
Good. And what's this word again?
Vitality.
Okay. This I here is not a short I. It's a long I.
Vitality.
Vitality. Okay. So how many syllables are in vitality?
4. Vitality.
Good. All right. And what about inventory?
There are 4. Inventory.
Go a little bit slower.
Inventory.
Okay. Think about that last one again. You said in,
Then.
Tor.
Re.
Ah. Do you see that?
Mhm.
Okay. But you're right. There are 4.
Mhm.
But remember, it's not a double R there.
Uh-huh.
So that R has to go with the tor.
Mhm.
Okay.
Inventory.
E. Good. Good. Yeah, that Y just makes a E sound, not a re sound.
Mhm.
Okay. Good job. All right. So that takes us to decoding some of these Greek or Latin root words.
Okay.
Last time we were here, we worked a little bit with Greek words. Do you remember which root word we were working with?
Bio.
Bio, good. Do you remember what it meant?
Life.
Good.
The study of life.
Good. Well,
Biology.
good. Good. Okay. So here we have the Greek root of graph, and here we have mal. This is a Latin root. So we're going to read through the words first, and then we're going to see if we can figure out what that root word means.
Okay.
Okay, so here's your first one.
Telegraph.
Good.
Photograph.
That one again.
Phonograph. Phonograph.
Okay. Have you seen this word before?
Phonograph.
There you go.
Phonograph.
Okay, have you seen that word before?
Not really, no.
Not really? Okay, that's all right.
Seismograph.
Not quite. What does that EI sound?
Seismograph.
Not quite. The I says, makes a long I. So it's,
Seismograph.
there you go, good.
Pictograph. Pictograph.
Not pictograph.
Pictograph.
Pictograph. Okay. All right. You've heard of a telegraph, right?
A telegraph is like you write something down and then it just sends it somewhere else, and then it's just written on a piece of paper out of a machine.
Okay.
And that piece of paper is a telegraph.
Okay, good. Do you know what a phonograph is?
Something to do with a photo. Picture.
No, that would be a photograph. This is phonograph. Phono. So what's phono mean? Like in homophone.
Like similar. No, like.
Homo means similar part, but what does the phone part mean? Or in telephone, what's the phono part mean? Do you know? Okay, so we haven't gotten to that root yet, but that's a root word that means
you listen to it.
Yeah, hearing. Okay, so a phonograph has to do with something that you
hear.
You hear. Okay. All right. What's this one?
Seismograph.
Seismograph. Good. Have you heard that word before?
Not really, no.
Okay, you'll probably hear it in science one of these days, but it has something to do with earthquakes.
Oh yeah, like a seismograph. That's how you like measure the intensity of an earthquake.
Yeah, with a seismograph. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And this last one?
Pictograph.
Pictograph. What do you think that has something to do with?
Pictograph.
What does part of this word sound like?
Picture.
Picture. Yeah. Okay. All right. So graph,
Mhm.
this root word in Greek means, you had it really close when you talked about a telegraph. What do you do with a telegraph?
You read it. You can hear it. You look at it.
How do you get a telegraph?
You send it.
Okay. So you send something that you've
Written.
Yeah. So graph means
Written.
to write.
Sure.
Okay. So telegraph is something that you write and you send away. Okay. So all of these have something to do with writing.
Okay.
All right. So when you see that root word graph,
Mhm.
you know how to pronounce it,
Mhm.
and now you know what it means.
Mhm.
Okay. This one, mal, and it's a little bit harder. All right. Try this word.
Malice.
Good.
Malady.
Okay. If M-A-L says mal.
A. Malady.
Malady. Good. Good.
Malevolence.
Really close.
Malevolence.
Malevolence. Good. Okay. So mal, do you know what any of these words mean?
Malice, like the very word just sounds like, to me, it brings up like the image of a Viking and just it being like what they would do. They just plunder and destroy and take and ransack.
Okay. All right. They certainly do that.
Mhm.
Anything else with any of those other words?
Not really.
Okay. So malice, I know you've heard that word before.
I have.
And if you have malice towards someone, it means that you have evil intent.
Mhm.
You don't like them. You have hatred towards them. Okay? So mal means bad or evil.
Mhm.
All right. So what's the start again?
Malady.
Not malady.
Malady.
Short A.
Malady.
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 Malady. Okay. A malady is something that you get with your body that's bad, like a disease.
Mhm.
Okay? So that mal is that bad part of that. Okay? And then malevolence. That's a big word.
Mhm.
What does it kind of sound like?
Marvelous.
Marvelence.
Oh.
Oh, I was thinking you were going to think of a character from Sleeping Beauty. Who's the bad lady in Sleeping Beauty?
Well, Maleficent. It does sound like Maleficent.
It kind of does, okay. So malevolence means that you are acting with malice. You're acting with evilness, okay? And the opposite of malevolence, maybe you've heard this word, is benevolence. You ever heard that word?
Not really, no.
No? Okay. All right. Well, then we won't go about that.
All right.
But if it's the opposite of malevolence, which is acting with evil, then it would be acting with
kindness.
Kindness. Yeah. All right. Good. Good job. So what does mal mean?
Anger, something bad. You wish something bad to happen upon someone.
Good. And what does graph mean?
Right. To write.
To write. All right. Good. Good job. Okay. So I want you to take this pencil, and we're going to continue on with our Greek roots. And I'm going to give you some to spell. Let's see if you can get them spelled and figured out. Okay, so last time we talked a little bit also about the root C-I-R-C. Circ. Like a circle. So C-I-R-C means something that's round. Okay. So go ahead and see if you can spell circumference.
I've had this word in my math.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Spell it out loud for me.
CIRCUMFRANCE.
Okay, close, close. You got CIRCUM, right? So you got the circum part, and then ference.
Oh, IRA.
A little bit closer. Okay, FE.
Oh,
Yeah. Nope, no, not
Just
E.
E.
Just E. FERENCE. Okay, that one's hard. That one's hard. That's okay. Okay, try circumstance.
SIRCUMSTANCE.
Okay, you got it almost all the right way. Circumstance is kind of like circumference. They start the same way with that circ. So how did you make the sound in circumference?
CIRC. But this time I put SIRC.
What do you think it should be?
C.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you hear that sound in these words, it's a C, but it's not making the hard k sound. It's making that soft sound.
Like a long C.
No, it's just making a soft. It's making an S sound. So it makes sense that you put an S there. Okay. All right. How about circle?
CIRCLE.
Good. All right. Circus.
CIRCUS.
Good. What do you think a circus has to do with round?
It goes all over the place, but well, no.
With like the shape. What does a circus have to do with a circle?
I don't really know.
Okay. What's in a circus? Like not the animals and stuff, but where they have a circus?
At like a fair or something.
A fair, okay. They have a tent.
Yeah, the tent is.
And where do all the performers and everything perform?
Inside that tent.
In the what? In the circus ring.
Circus ring?
The circus ring. Have you ever heard it called that before?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why it's called a circus, because they're all in this ring, basically, where they do all their acts. Okay. All right. Let's do one more. You want an easy one or a hard one?
One that you think that I could probably get.
Okay. Circlet. Circlet.
CIRCLET.
Hey, you got it. Good job. Okay, because you remembered CIRC. Means that circle. All right. Any idea what a circlet is?
Whenever I hear the word circlet, it reminds me of like a duckling or like a froglet or something like that. Like a tiny circle.
Oh, a tiny. Oh. That to do with a duckling or a frog.
That like the end is LET. Like.
Oh, okay.
Or something that like a baby.
Okay.
Animal that has LET at the end.
Okay. Like a piglet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it has nothing to do with that, but it is a small circle that you wear on your head. What would that be called?
Hat.
A small circle that someone might wear on their head.
A circlet.
Yeah. They might have diamonds or rubies.
Crown?
Yeah, okay, so it can be another word for crown.
All right.
Yep. All right. Now, what sound does that C at the beginning of all those words make? Good. I'm going to give you another word. This word is dictator. Spelled dictator.
Dictator.
Good. What sound does that C make in that word? Okay, so look at what follows the C in all of these circle words. What letter follows the C?
S.
No, what
What?
letter follows the C? Comes
I.
after. I. Okay, so whenever you have a C that's followed by an I or an E, that C isn't going to make a K sound. It's going to make what sound?
An S.
What sound? S. Good. Now look at dictator. What letter comes after C in dictator?
T.
T. And it changes the way that C sounds. Okay, good. So just remember that in your spellings. Alrighty. Now we're gonna see how well you can hear. All right.
I can hear.
I want you to write. I know. I want you to write this sentence down for me.
Okay.
Ready? The circulatory system allows the blood to circulate in the body. I'll read it one more time. The circulatory system allows the blood to circulate in the body. Okay, read back to me what you have.
The circulatory system allows the blood to circulate through the body.
Okay.
To circulate.
There you go. All right, pretty good. Okay, you're getting better at those. Hard to listen, isn't it? It's hard to remember.
Yeah, because whenever you got those big words too, just.
Okay. Last thing, we're gonna start reading your new book that you wanted to read, The Lightning Thief, because you've been talking about Greek mythology lately.
I have, but that's kind of about what this is.
It is kind of about what this is. All right, so I'm gonna read this part to you, and then I'm gonna ask you a question over it. I'm gonna have you read something else later.
All right.
Okay? All right, chapter 1. I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. Do you know what vaporize means?
To kind of like destroy, and then there's like smoke after, like vapor.
Yeah, good. Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood. If you're reading this because you think you might be one, my advice is close this book right now. Believe whatever lie your mom or dad told you about your birth and try to live a normal life. Being a half-blood is dangerous. It's scary. Most of the time, it gets you killed in painful, nasty ways. If you're a normal kid reading this because you think it's fiction, great, read on. I envy you for being able to believe that none of this ever happened. But if you recognize yourself in these pages, if you feel something stirring inside, stop reading immediately. You might be one of us. And once you know that, it's only a matter of time before they sense it too. And they'll come for you. Don't say I didn't warn you. My name is Percy Jackson. I'm 12 years old. Until a few months ago, I was a boarding student at Yancey Academy, a private school for troubled kids in upstate New York. Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you could say that. So who's the main character?
Percy Jackson.
Good. And how does he describe himself?
Different.
How?
As he's a half-blood.
Okay. What do you think that means?
So one of you is this part of, so like these two people, their families got married and had a child. And then that child is a relative to each family. So it's kind of like a half-blood. Like if a dog and a cat had a baby.
Okay.
Then that would be a half-blood.
Okay, be half dog, half cat.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That would be a half-blood.
Okay, makes sense.
Because it have blood of both animals.
Okay. All right. How else does he describe himself? What does he say at the very bottom here?
He's a troubled kid.
Not a troubled kid,
Am I a troubled kid?
Troubled.
Troubled.
Okay, so what does that mean if you're troubled?
You're getting into trouble and you can't seem to not do that.
Okay.
To not get into trouble.
Okay, so you think that troubled means you get into trouble a lot?
Uh-huh. You're troubled as in like something's wrong, but you don't want to tell anyone about it.
Okay.
Or something like that.
So like you're getting into trouble because there's something wrong
Uh-huh.
like inside of you?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So why do you think that the author, Mr. Rick Riordan, Riordan, I don't know how he says his name. Why do you think he makes Percy be a troubled kid?
Wants to make it interesting.
Why does that make it interesting?
Because then you can read about what his troubles and how he goes through them.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. Yeah. And how he works to maybe
fix them.
Okay. Yeah. Is that more interesting than, hi, my name is Percy Jackson and I'm a perfect kid and everything in my life is wonderful?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is better than
that.
Yeah. It's by a lot.
Yeah. So do we find that in a lot of our books that our characters are not perfect?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. That's called a character flaw.
Mm-hmm.
Where there's something wrong with them, and maybe it's not something that's their fault, it's just the way they are, and they have to work to overcome that. Do you have a character flaw? Or are you perfect?
I definitely have a character flaw or two.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
We all do.
No
Okay.
one's perfect.
All right, I want you to read this second page, and we're going to continue with that, but I'm going to turn off my timer over here.
All right.
Okay?